Huskers wrapped up their 17th fall camp practice here on Friday. Hi, Sean Callahan with HuskerOnline.com. As we heard from offensive coordinator Dana Holgorsen, Donovan Raiola on the O-line, and a number of key players, including quarterback Dylan Raiola. But first and foremost, you're going to see Nebraska hold that second major fall camp scrimmage on Saturday, as we got the expectations from Holgorsen.
A lot. I think Coach does a good job. Coach Rule does a good job of, like, the day before the scrimmage, from a preparation perspective, not trying to trick them with plays, not really trying to necessarily beat the opponent, beat the defense, or defense beat the offense. It's more about just getting plays on video and teaching situations and stuff like that. We've been through an awful lot of situations, which has been excellent. It's been fantastic. I got to see if we can sustain a drive now. We really haven't sustained drives. It's been all situational stuff. So what we're really trying to get accomplished tomorrow is getting the three groups out there to see if we can get first downs on third down and critical downs and be able to sustain drives. Can we handle a 8-play drive right now? I don't know, because we haven't done it. So that's going to be the main focus for tomorrow. And they'll all play. It'll be, we did 40 with each group last Saturday. I'm anticipating 40 with each group this Saturday.
And Holgorsen addressed a lot of different topics, but I thought what he said about quarterback Dylan Raiola and the camp he's had really jumped out.
I think good. He's he took one day off just because I usually do that after 2 weeks, give the quarterback a break. From a you have a recovery day, and then I give him another day. It's just for the arm. Nothing was wrong. It's just. But other than that, he's been out there playing every play, playing every rep, playing every period. It's different when he's out there, just from the communication, the confidence, just making routine plays and getting the other ones to come along with him. So his leadership is outstanding. The play is fantastic. He's making throws that I've never seen before, to be honest with you. So he's in a good spot, and he's ready for game day.
The other thing Holgorsen said, though, was that number 2 quarterback battle right now with TJ Lateef and Jalen Gramstad is going to go down to the wire as those two continue to battle it out.
Yeah, it's a competition. Okay, so what I said, with Jalen, we know what we got in Jalen. Okay, he's a competitive kid that's played in games, that's older, that knows the system, that operates. But TJ's a very talented young kid, and so those guys they're going about equal reps right now, and we will keep evaluating that one as well.
And Dylan Raiola said that Lateef has had an excellent camp and has really come a long way in the last several months.
Yeah, he's taken tremendous strides. Quickly. As a freshman, to come in and learn this system, it's not easy, and to do it in the amount of time that he's done it, it's pretty cool. Our whole room is a group effort of trying to make sure we're all on the same page. We all take group tests, and everyone's held to the same standard. And TJ's gone in there and learned what he's needed to learn in the film room, and then go out on the practice field and execute it. So, I've been trying to help every single one of them. I feel when I can be able to explain to them what the offense is or what it means, it helps me learn. So, when it comes to that, it's like iron sharpening iron.
And we also heard from Holgorsen here about the running backs at Nebraska and just where they're at right now in camp.
He's still young. He's a freshman. He hasn't played in a football game. I can say the same thing about Mosey. Ike. Ike's made a whole lot of plays. Both those guys. It's going to be interesting to see what their demeanor is, moving forward into game week, and then obviously what happens when it's real live bullets, But they've both done a solid job. Quentin Ives was out there today. He's back for the first time, so it's good to get a dude that's a little bit older, that's played in games. Quentin scored a touchdown in the bowl game, and liked what his demeanor was when he was out there. So we've really developed a room where we were concerned because of young guys, what we were going to get to what is now very competitive. And right now they know every time they line up out there that they're fighting for playing time. Who's going to be the second guy that goes out there right now? I don't know. We got Saturday will be a big step, okay, but we don't know who the second guy is going to be out there right now. I've even put in some 2-back sets because I feel good about that group. I didn't think I'd be putting in 2-back sets just because I didn't know what I was going to see, but they've progressed, so we'll do a little bit of 2-back.
And meanwhile, on the offensive line, Donovan Raiola feels like he's got a group of 8 solid veterans, but there's still some questions as far as who's going to come out at top, particularly some of those tackle spots.
I mean, as an offensive line coach, you're always, preparing for the worst, right? So, but I think going into a training camp, the whole overall unit has been the best since we've been here. And, I was talking to Coach Cooley, my assistant, the other day, and, we haven't seen too many units that we've been around that's been this deep from, the top group to the last guy in the roster. So, we're excited to be able to, go to work with them every day and just keep focusing on improving and, just playing to our standard. It's still wide open. Guys are battling. We got a lot of guys with really good experience. Gunner shows up, Turner's back, Teddy's back, you got Tyler Kanak over there, right? Obviously Pritchett is here, so, they're all battling, they're all working hard, and, at the end of the day, we're going to play the guy that's going to execute and play with our technique and play with the effort that's required for us to be a championship level team.
And Turner Corcoran has made his way back on the field as he continues to get himself back into shape coming off of his off-season hamstring injury.
He attacked it every day. You face adversity in life. You can do one or two things. You can fight, right, or you can act like I'm not going to say the word, right, but, you just keep, and he attacked it every day. For him to be back this soon is a credit to him and his mentality and how he approaches everything, right? So, really excited. He still looks like Turner Corcoran, right? Like how he's looked in the past. So, just getting him back in shape and getting the rhythm back and all that stuff. So,
it's a veteran group up front, and one of those guys will be center Justin Evans, who will anchor down that strong interior.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels like a veteran unit. When I first got here, they were the older guys to me, so they have brought me along since I got here as a freshman. And it's a lot of experience across the board from Henry, myself, Turner, Teddy, obviously Rocco, coming from a program like that. We have no reason why we shouldn't win.
And we heard from Quinn Clark as well for the first time as a Husker, the redshirt freshman out of Montana, the son of former All-Big 8 running back, the late Quinn Clark, had a lot of things to say as he comes off his redshirt season from 2024.
I think that was good for me. It allowed me to develop as a player, kind of see how things worked around here, and just figure out how I could best help the team, especially coming into this year. Coach Schwartz has instilled a lot of confidence in me, and that's just helped me a lot, being out in the field and making an impact.
And then finally, Dylan Raiola did share some interesting things about his brother, Dayton Raiola, who played his first game of the season for Buford in their brand new $62 million stadium. Dylan threw a special party on the top of Barry's Bar on the rooftop for all his teammates to attend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I was so juiced up, I felt like it was my own game. I woke up, I threw my Buford tee on, went in, got my recovery and meetings and all that stuff, and then I rented out the rooftop at Barry's. I think it was like 5:45. I had all my teammates over. We all watched on the big screen up there. So that's just another instant of guys showing up for each other. When I walked up there and like half the team was already there before I even got there, and I wasn't late by any means, but they were all there. It just wanted to show like this team's going to be special, and just those little things. But no, yeah. Speaking of my brother, I'm proud of him. He balled out. He deals with a lot, and I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat that. He's out there doing his thing, and to open up on ESPN and their stadium is beautiful, $62 million, and yeah, I'm just proud of him. My family is, and he did a great job last night. I'm proud of him.
Huskers will be back for a late afternoon scrimmage on Saturday. Reporting here with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.